the director of this movie is an acquired taste, to be fair. Okay. Yorgos Lanthimos, who did films like Poor Things, who did films like The Lobster, which I did not love. The Lobster. Poor Things, I enjoyed its roots in classic horror. Like, he's an acquired taste as a filmmaker. But I would go see, I mean, The Favorite, amazing. Kinds of Kindness, not so much. For me, he's batting 50-50. An amazing film, amazing films, and ones that are like WTF. However, in today's cinema, when everything is safe or built on IP or just a remake or a requel or a prequel or whatever, I'll take a bad Yorgos Lanthimos movie over a good Marvel film any day. So Bugonia is his latest. And it focuses on it's Emma Stone, who is now, this is like what, the third film she's done with him. I think it's the third film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Fourth
film. Things and The Favorite.
Using Kinds of Kindness.
Yeah. So Emma Stone plays Michelle. She is the CEO. She is an alpha female, runs this company that does tech. And we see how purposeful she is. We meet her when she's doing a corporate video for her company about DEI, and she complains that the word diverse is in her script too much and is being really snide about it. And she's a badass, right? Then we also meet Teddy, played by Jesse Plemons, and his cousin Don, played by Aiden Delbus. And they are wackadoodle conspiracy theorists who hatch a plan to kidnap Michelle and because they think she's an alien, okay? They're convinced she's an alien. They shave her head and cover her with cream so she can't contact her mothership, okay? To basically negotiate a deal where the aliens will leave the earth, because the aliens that are living among us on earth, according to Teddy, are ruining society, everything they're doing. So there you go. So a lot of the film is this tense, suspenseful at Teddy's house, where he's keeping her hostage, tied up, and Michelle, of course, thinks they're crazy. You guys are nutcases. I'm not an alien. At a certain point, in order to preserve herself for self-preservation, she decides to play along. That's the story, which you can get from the trailer. It is, I mean, I love that the film opens with images of bees and whatnot. It kind of, there's a whole thread about the earth, preserving the earth. What is the purpose of humans on earth? Might be a little thread. The score for this movie, happen to know, going to the Q&A for this film, the score for the movie was done without any knowledge of what the movie was about. It's fantastic and over the top, and the film is so tense and also violent and funny. It's like sweet and sour, and that's what I like about it. It feels like this could have been made by Tarantino in some way. You've got high crime, stakes, tension, violence, and also humor in the worst of places. And for that reason, I'm avoiding any specific more about the story or spoilers, because I do not want to spoil it for you at all. The ending of this movie, I'll just say, it went there. It went there. It goes for it. And that's all I'll say. So one of my favorites of the year. I like, my taste is somewhat a little weird.
Yeah,
So
I'm not surprised
I
you
like
like this movie.
I don't like movies that aren't just normal cookie cutter BS. I don't like those movies. Show me something I haven't seen before. One of my favorites of the year, Bugonia. So go see it knowing nothing. Alan, what did you think?
Yeah, I liked 80% of this movie. The first 80%. I'll say the first hour and 45 minutes. I liked it because it really dealt with that idea of you have two really extreme sides. Two guys who think she's an alien, and a woman who's saying she's not an alien, and this interaction is just really fun to watch. And you say it's violent, it's funny. I'll agree with you that. To me, the problem I have with the movie is the ending. And I won't say anything about the ending, but I'll say this.
Okay, by
Okay,
the way,
hold on. No. You've already talked about why you like the ending. I'm telling you why I don't like the ending. And I'll the reason I don't like the ending is because look, this should be a Twilight Zone episode, but it doesn't end like a Twilight Zone episode. And that's the biggest problem, because even the people who were in the theater with me was like, you mean this or you mean that? People, there's a level at which you have to kind of understand and get the point of the movie. And I think for me and the audience, we didn't exactly get the point of the movie. We got to the end of the movie. We saw the end of the story of the movie, but what was the point of the movie? And to me, that's why I'm not as excited about this movie as you are. I wanted a Twilight Zone ending, because the Twilight Zone ending ends with a punchline, an ironic punchline, saying everything you saw, boom, this is it. This is the statement about human nature and all this other stuff. And it wasn't there. It just ends the way it does. And so yeah, like I said, I liked the first. I like the first hour and 45 minutes. It's the last 20 minutes that I'm just like, nah.
Well,
It's just a big letdown.
It's based on a Korean film.
Doesn't matter. It's still a bad movie. Still a bad ending.
Look, I disagree. I thought the ending, the ending kind of blew my mind, and the fact that it kind of they also, by the way, they drag the ending out in the best way, with
because what's going to happen,
images.
But it's like it's going to happen. It's going to happen,
and then you're like, and then it just keeps dragging. It lets you sit there with this knowledge, and you see. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to. But I'm just saying, like, I loved that it went there, and then you're left to sit with your feelings of and trying to process it. I love the feeling it gave me at the end.
Yeah, feelings are fun, but at the same time, you want some kind of intellectual stimulation by the end.